Well, today I'm shooting a Savage 99 chambered in a 358 Winchester. I hand loaded these myself. 200 grain Hornadies, Spitzers, or Spire Point. I'll put more information in the description about what I used. Taking shots at 100 yards today. I recently installed this Williams Foolproof receiver side on it, and just using it for the first time, making some adjustments to it. So we'll see how it goes. We got mosquitoes like crazy. It's humid and damp out, but relatively cold. It's about 70 degrees. Well, cold for August. I will throw one more in here. Well, I took those 3 shots. The grouping's alright for an open sight rifle. I'm sure I could do better, but because when I had the scope on this, I mean, at 100 yards, you get about 1.5 inches or so with a 3x9. But I was not a big fan of scopes on guns like these because they're real handy to carry like this. Well, you have a scope on. You can't do that, and plus it throws the balance of the rifle off. Especially when big game hunting, you do a lot of stalking of the game, or even just still hunting around. It's real convenient, and it's a lot quicker. Open sights are a lot quicker to acquire, because most of my shots are, heck, anywhere from 10 yards away to 75, maybe 100. Every once in a while you have a rare opportunity to shoot one further, but we'll try 3 more rounds here. I don't have any fancy video editing software, so hopefully I can piece these videos and some stills together of the target. But we'll give that a try. I like the 200 grain, but I want to try something heavier. I have 250 grainers, and they shoot all right. I haven't shot those with this new sight installed. I shot them with scope before, and they group just as well, but my issue is keeping the velocity high enough for the published data as far as reliable expansion. And so I'm kind of looking for something heavier, but that will still open up as well as a 200 grain, you know, a little more punch and a little more driving power. But these do. I mean, a few years ago, shot a small doe. She's maybe a shade over 100 pounds, but went through her left shoulder and how she was squared away, then it came out just behind her ear, and I'd say maybe a quarter size exit hole, so there isn't much expansion going on with these bullets. Considered traveling a good 1.5 feet through flesh, but not that tough flesh. I mean, it's a neck. But we'll take a few shots here. Safety first. I forgot my Crony today, so I'm not exactly sure. I had to look through my paperwork, see if I can dig out info, what speed these bullets are running. I'm guessing, I think if I can recall, probably around 24 or 2500 if I can remember correctly. But I'm using a IMR 30-31 power powder. I don't have the grains off the top of my head what I use, but like I said before, I'll put it in the description. And this sight, because this is a non-tank safety, this is a EG from the 50s. So they don't make these foolproof sights anymore for this older model, because the newer ones are for the tank safety. And they'd be mounted further up here using the drill and tap for the scope. As far as I know, this was factory drilled and tapped. My grandfather bought this gun back in the 50s and killed a lot of game. It was one shot and they didn't run at all. Where you shot them, they dropped. And I had the same experience using this. But back in the day, he had a better choice of bullets. He loaded the 200 grain Hornadys like I do, but he also loaded Winchester components. They're 250 grain silver tip, and he had pretty good luck with those. But of course, you can't come across anything like that anymore, at least from what I can find new to purchase. I don't think they're even manufactured. They don't make the normal silver tip that we all know from years ago. It's all PowerPoint silver tip. They have a decent kick to them. I mean, I shot regular 308s and .6s, but it's roughly the same. Not sure why this caliber ever failed. I think a lot of what I read, gun rag writers, they limit it as a brush cartridge like the 30-30 or the 35 Remington, and that's not the case. You have a good optics on a gun, it's a good 300-400 yard gun. And still have good killing power. Well, yeah, here she is. It's in pretty nice shape. I'd say it's about 85 to 90%. I wouldn't want to buy one nowadays anymore because they're rather expensive. You're spending well over $1,000. Some people, local gun shops I get into, they offered me $2,000, and that's a few years ago. I'm not sure if they still offer me that now, but it's one of those things you never sell. But it's in, like I said, pretty nice shape. And it has a normal wear on the receiver here from carrying it that way for, geez, let's see, 60 years, going on 70 years. So, but yeah, it's a nice piece. It has the brass counter. Has decent checkering. Doesn't have any splits yet, the common Savage stock split right here in the tang area. This is an interesting thing. I never knew this about these Savages. I'm not sure the C model for the magazine model, but that had the tang safety. But if that works for that, but if you pull the trigger with the lever open and slowly close it and keep it depressed, it doesn't cock. And right here's a little cocking indicator. You can see it's flush right now. I'm not sure if you can see in the camera or not, but I'll open it up and show you what it looks like when it is cocked if I don't push the trigger, and it sticks up a little bit. And you could feel that, you know, with a gloved hand or your, you know, bare finger, obviously. But it's a pretty neat feature, and it's nice that you can uncock it so you can unload the firing pin spring. But so I'm gonna take a walk out there and see how it's doing.